Oh, that sounds so dope. Check that out. She's a beauty. Look at the camera work. Thanks, Easton. We are not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about me. Actually, more like we're talking about, my photos. So we're gonna do a little top 5 action today because I haven't spoken to your beautiful faces behind the monitor and or phone screen in a very long time. I've uploaded this year, but I don't think I did any, one-on-one action. So I thought I'd come here, do a little recap of 2024, what I've been up to. Yeah, let's get into it. If I sound like garbage, it's because I'm sick and it never ceases to fail this time of the year. So kind of bear with me if I sound like garbage and or look like garbage because I always look like garbage. Anyway, 2025, let's get it. All right, so before we get into the top 5 photos of the year that I've taken, there's a lot of stuff I kind of want to tell you guys about what I've been up to. I think it's been like a year and a half since I actually, done one of these one-on-one and actually spoke to you guys and or do a vlog. So I thought this would be like pretty necessary. And this is something I want to do moving forward in 2025 because I've been kind of slacking in terms of doing things for myself this year. A lot of little personal stuff, like vlogging and doing some personal projects, which I want to execute more often this year or next year, I guess. I had to sneeze, can't sneeze. All right, well, there's that. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of stuff this year and done a lot of cool stuff too.
We made a bunch of noise, so let's be noisy.
I've done, a lot of weddings this year, engagements, and all that fun stuff. And, did plenty of portraitry work, did a lot of sports, boxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling now, and just a bunch of, in between stuff because just why not? It's been a new year and just want to try different things and, get the bills paid. So yeah, that's pretty much like a little recap of what I've been doing pretty much the entire year and why I haven't been, really uploading.
The measure of a man is not how he falls, but how he rises. You don't play boxing. Inside those ropes, just kill or be killed.
Anyway, let's just get into the meat of the video, which is the top 5 photos of the year. So at number 5, we have Caden. He is basically a model, and I was like, how can I really kind of like up the antics in terms of, photography here, called The Commuter. The Commuter is basically him and his lifestyle. So he's a model, he loves fashion, and he commutes a lot. So I was like, how can I incorporate all of that? So I was like, you know what, hit up a friend. I know he has an e-bike. Brought that in, and I was like, hey, let's try some different clothing, different, design, fashion clothing, whatever, and put it together and see what we can do. And let's just start shooting. And basically, this is what it came out to be. And I was like, this is awesome. I felt like this kind of helped me grow in terms of, art and being a better, artist of what I do here. I thought it was a really cool way to start this kind of this portrait project and really bring up the antics and the aesthetic of my work. So love that. At number 4, we have Ben and Lila. This is called 2050, and this is the same portrait project. I wanted to have 2 subjects because I was like, how can I really get them to work together in a photo set? So basically, they're both, very into fashions. They have a good relationship, and I was like, hey, let's kind of play with the idea of the future modern look aesthetic. I was like, hey, I have some props, and let's kind of mess around there a little bit and just kind of try to get some different looks, different angles, things I typically don't do, and let's just get some cool photos, right? And basically, when I got home that day, I was like, wow, these came out really, really cool. And that's basically the gist of that lifestyle portrait project. So yeah, really psyched about that one. So at number 3, we have Ben and Bree. They recently got engaged, so congratulations to them. These came out really, really cool. It was blue hour, very, very, very minimal light. Like I was shooting at 1.2, my ISO was cranked to the max, and I was like, crap, these are gonna come out like garbage because I was working on their time and I didn't realize that we have less light in the winter, and I did not take that into account of. So, but it still came out really cool. I think the grain and lighting and all the low light stuff kind of really hit where it should because it was like perfect. It was like the perfect amount of grain, the perfect amount of light, and the colors just like popped really, really nicely. It was like a movie, like straight out of like Dune or something. So I'm really psyched about the color the color theory there. So next one at number 2, we have North Carolina. So this was actually a disaster relief mission that we do with our ministry gym, Five Stones International. You know, this is months ago when Hurricane Helene hit. They were in need of humanitarian aid. So that's exactly what we were there for. And it's less about the photo, really. It's about what we did there and like how much it actually impacted a lot of people there. And what we did there was a very small, percentage compared to what Hurricane Helene did. And but we changed so many lives, even if it was just a few lives, or even if it's a few bridges or stuff that people don't really think about when you think about disaster relief. They think about saving bodies or whatever. But there's a huge recovery part which will take years. So that was definitely top 2 because it gave me a different perspective. Last but not least, the TacMed photos. The highlight of this year for sure, easily, hands down. So at our Five Stones International, ARMS have this tactical training and 3 courses so far, which is I was able to film the first 2, and then the third one I took myself. So jumping back to the first one, chapter 1, filming it was awesome. So by nature, I'm a storyteller, right? And I get to see how stories unfold and really get to talk to some of these people who are taking the course, why they're taking it, and the purpose of this entire thing. Like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, honestly, when I was approached by this originally. So basically I was filming, it was a great weekend, just to see everyone kind of like this team camaraderie, this huge community, tight-knit community coming together and really doing this to get this done. Just like when I got home that weekend or after that weekend, it was like, wow, it sucks kind of being back. I'm like, something was missing, right? And like, that was like, I'm not gonna jump into like, my whole personal life now. I'll do that another time. Essentially, I was eventually baptized this year, May 30th of this year, and that was a really pivotal moment. I was really going through a lot of spiritual, mental kind of like tug of war, I guess, if you will. So that definitely helped me out with that, and got to see what God is doing truly. So that's amazing. So the next TacMed, chapter 2, is when I got to really flex my muscles in terms of, the filming, the overall cinematography, and just kind of like throwing a bunch of GoPros, just really flexing my muscles on that one. So that was really cool. And then the third one, in the fall, I took the class, and it was definitely a huge learning experience. So that was really awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. I just wanted to tell you guys how I'm doing, what I've been up to, show you guys some of my work for this year, the top 5 photos of the year, and that's pretty much it. 2025, keep doing what I've been doing, honestly, here in 2024, just pick up on the things I haven't been doing, which is like the portrait projects and whatnot. I definitely want to keep the film strong, definitely want to keep a good film and photo balance, doing stuff for myself as well. Got to keep active, honestly, and just keep doing. It's definitely a learning experience for me in terms of pretty much working for myself. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of heartaches, and a lot of headaches and whatnot. So again, learning experience. It is what it is, and just keep on going because yeah, just living on God's time. You know what I mean? He's kind of like, he's taking the wheel at this point in my life. So, and I'm cool with it. So happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys next time.